Hey friends, welcome back to my makeup wardrobe. Today I thought that we could do a bit of a new product review slash wear test. It would obviously be a very short product review, but this came in the mail last night. It's the TOWER28 Broad Spectrum SPF 30 Mineral Tinted Sunscreen. Wow, I cannot talk. I got mine in the shade Ocean Park. I don't know if you'll be able to see that there, but that's the shade that I got. I'm really interested in this product, and this wasn't going to come to Canada. So if you're in Canada, it's not coming to Sephora until April 2022 is what I was advised by Sephora, I believe, or I can't remember if I read it on their comment section somewhere or something like that. So if you are wanting this for my fellow Canadians, you can access this via Revolve's website. That is where I ordered mine from, and you kind of prepay a small amount of duties on there so you don't get charged a ridiculous amount when it shows up. I highly recommend doing that because UPS is the one delivering this if you order via Revolve, and I would go with what Revolve charges you for the duties ahead of time, because UPS can be really ridiculous with the amount of fees that they charge for that. You can also buy this on TOWER28's website. I don't know what the shipping and everything is like from their website because I've never bought before. But what I thought I would do is, because I didn't want to keep this like super like short and redundant, is, as you can already tell by the title, I thought I would show you how I prep my face for makeup. And I prep my face pretty much the same way every time I do my makeup. And so that'll be whether it's under foundation, whether it's under a sunscreen. Usually a couple products here and there will change, but for the most part, it pretty much is the same kind of routine. So I'll go in with, like, you know, hyaluronic acid is one of my big ones. I'll show you guys what I use. And then I always use some kind of serum or something, and some kind of glowy product, of course, a moisturizer, a really good moisturizer, and of course a sunscreen. So that's usually kind of the way I go with my base, and I just thought I would show you guys. I wouldn't necessarily call it a morning skincare routine because sometimes I do my makeup in the middle of the day. Not always, but this is just what I do to prep for makeup. Okay, it's not technically my skincare routine because I'll do other things. So my face has already been cleansed, so I thought I would go ahead and do this with you guys because I am about to head out to a football game, and I figured even if I can't get like a full day's wear test, at least within a couple hours we should have a general idea. So I was thinking, because right now it's 1:22 in the afternoon, I'm gonna put it on now and I'm gonna wear it for the rest of the day, and I'll probably try to take it off at like 10 or 11 p.m. tonight so that we can really see what it looks like, and I'll hopefully have like the same lighting situation going on when I get back. So let's just jump right in. We'll go ahead and do all of my base first. So if you're only here for the TOWER28 review, I will have chapters listed down in the description bar, and you can jump ahead to where this product situation starts. But for now, we're going to jump right into prepping my base for the sunscreen, the tinted sunscreen, the tinted moisturizer with SPF. I don't know. What is it called? It's a tinted sunscreen. I don't believe that. I think it's just a tinted moisturizer with sunscreen in it. Always use SPF under this. I'm just going to say that, but we'll talk more about that when we get there. I had already moisturized my face. I'm just kind of setting up my products here. I always, after moisturizing, I mean, obviously my face is kind of drier now. Usually I would go in with this right after. I don't towel dry my face or anything. I let the water kind of soak into my skin. I let it air dry. And when I'm like pretty much almost close to air dried and like still a little bit like, you know, moist feeling. Sorry if that's a trigger word for you. I don't know what else to say. I always go in with a hyaluronic acid. One that I loved was the Ordinary one, but the one that I've been using most recently is this one here. This is by Glow Recipe. Absolutely beautiful packaging. As you can see, I've used up about a quarter of this one. I really do love this. I like a lot of extra products. So I always go in with 2 pumps, and they're very generous pumps. But the reason is I like to drag it down onto my neck as well. So I'll just like put it into my hands, and I like to just press it into my skin. And people always say I'm very rough with my skin. I am. I'm a little bit dangerous. Maybe it's the Aries. The Aries part of me is just like, slap that shit on your face. Just get it on there. This one does have a little bit of tack to it, which is really interesting, but I feel like you feel it more when you put it on dry skin. Whereas if you were to put this on top of slightly wet skin, I feel like you wouldn't get that same feel with it. So that is always my first step. My second step is I usually use a serum, and it can vary what I use. Sometimes I don't use one. Lately I've been using this one. This is from Belief. It's like a little deluxe size something. There's only 10 milliliters in here. It's the Youth Creator Age Knockdown Balm. I love the Aqua Balm. That's my usual moisturizer that I use. The moisturizing balm or whatever it is. I can't remember. It's not the gel one, it's the actual cream one, because I'm normal to dry skin, and I like to use that one. So this says it has concentrated anti-aging serum in here, reduces the appearance of enlarged pores. I mean, I don't really know. It has winter aster and 2 Napier's form. I don't know what that means. I like how it feels on my face, so I use it. It agrees with my skin. I don't remember what's in here. Maybe I'll pop it up on the screen if I look. That's so bad. Is it bad that I'm putting stuff on my skin that I don't even know what it actually does? Maybe. So I'm just grabbing a pump of that. Ew, it's so stringy. I don't know why it's doing that. I don't play with my serums. Normally, I just go and put them on my face. But I feel like because I'm like doing it this way now, I'm looking at it more and actually like paying attention. I always make sure that I'm pressing my product also into like this little crevice around my nose, because I feel like that is where you tend to really get dry if you're on the drier side. But I feel like even if you're oily, you can really get dry in there, because that is a portion of our face I feel like is kind of hard to reach. And so we kind of neglect it. I don't know, maybe not all people do. I feel like I probably do. And I go in with this next product. Okay, so next I always go in with this product. This is pretty new-ish to my collection in the sense that I bought it a while ago, but I only started using it recently. And that is the Glow Recipe. As you can tell, I have a lot of Glow Recipe. Watermelon Niacinamide Dewdrops. These are for the ultimate glow and for brightening. I love this teardrop shaped bottle. Like, look at that iridescence it has as well. So pretty. These are basically like a highlighting serum type of thing. I always go in with this under my moisturizer. You can also use it over moisturizer, but I'm okay doing it this way. So I'm going to start with one pump, and I just get it on my fingers. Same thing. And I try to concentrate this in parts. I'm going to put it in the little crevice of my nose, but like in parts that I tend to face a little bit more dryness. My chin is one, definitely. And if I'm looking off to the side, you guys, I'm looking at my viewfinder. I am just going to pop some right under my eye there. But do you see how that just provides like this really nice glow? Now you can also wear this on your own, but I like to do it as a part of my skincare. I just love the glow that it gives me. Okay, so right before moisturizer, I have recently started using this. Normally I'll go in with an eye cream just to help like my under eyes, because it does tend to get a little bit dry, but I really like this lately. And so this is the Tula Skincare Probiotics and Superfood Rose Glow and Get It Cooling and Brightening Eye Balm. Why do they give everything the longest name ever? It's just like this. You pull off the lid and you pull some up, and it's literally like a balm stick, you know? And I only started using this recently. I think I won it in like a giveaway and I just never actually opened. So I just put quite a generous amount under my eyes. Do you see the brightening effect though? Like, look at that. You can't tell me you don't see that. I also do bring it up just here. And I will rub that in, obviously. I'm not just going to leave this, but look at that. This also is a product that provides so much glow, so much glow. And then I will just take my fingers and lightly kind of dab it out, because I want it to come up to my brow. Okay, and the last step is always to moisturize before we go in with our base products for makeup. And normally I use my Belief one, as I mentioned before, but recently I've been trying out a sample. Now it's in a little Charlotte Tilbury container, but it's not Charlotte Tilbury. This is actually a Huda product. I think it's like the Hydrating Jelly Balm by Wishful. I will pop like a photo of it here so you can see what it is. I just had a really generous sample of this. So I opened, it was like a little capsule thing. So I opened it, I've used it a couple times. This was actually full to the top when I started using it, but it's like a very balmy texture. And I don't know if you're going to be able to tell, but it has like a little bit of iridescence to it. And I feel like it just gives you glow. The only thing I don't love about it, you can't smell it when you're, you have it just in the jar, but when you start rubbing it out on your face, it smells like lavender, and I'm not like big on lavender scent, so maybe that's why I don't love it, but I don't know. If you do, you might enjoy it, so I'm just gonna rub that into my skin. This is more of like a balm, which I kind of like because I feel like it almost creates like a barrier. It's like almost like a Vaseline texture, but not Vaseline. I don't really know how to explain it. I don't know why I don't know how to explain the texture, but I have never used anything else like this, I think, have I? I'm trying to think. But I also wonder, it's not really Vaseline, you guys. It's hydrating. It's really hydrating, but it's like, maybe like if you watered down Vaseline almost, like that, maybe? I don't know. I'm really bad at describing texture, I feel like. Although I'm really big on texture, so texture is like a huge deal to me when it comes to like makeup products. So that is how I do my like skincare prep for makeup. Well, actually, no, we're not even done yet. We're not done. Last step is always sunscreen. I'm not going to rely on this to be my SPF. So I have my Unseen sunscreen from Supergoop. This is pretty much done. I can squeeze a little bit more out of it, which is great. But this, I did order the mini of the glow screen to try. So I'm waiting for that to get here. It was a part of my Sephora VIB order. There's like, a little bit left in here. So I plan on using this up, but sometimes it doesn't even like come out. It is clear, as you can see. The texture on this one is not my favorite, to be honest. I'm just gonna be real about that. It's very like silicone feeling. I don't know if you guys ever feel, like something is super silicone-y, but that's how I feel about this. Like it's just very slippery. It's not that it doesn't let my makeup last. Like I feel like my makeup has done fine over it. It's just applying it, my hands don't love it. Like it just feels weird. Are you guys big on textures like that? Like food textures, I feel like is a major thing for me. I'm also just gonna put some under my under eye area here. But yeah, food texture is huge. Clothing texture is huge. Like just everything. Towels, brushes, you name it. Texture is a big deal. Yeah, I'm very weird like that. All right, so skincare is all done. I've prepped my skin, and now we're gonna go into our makeup. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and also prime my face. I know it's ridiculous amount of stuff that I'm putting on my face, but it's just how we do it. I am going to use the Smashbox, what is it? The Vitamin Glow primer. This is so good. It's the Photo Finish Vitamin Glow primer with vitamins B, C, and E. I had a couple of like those foil packet samples of this, and I ended up having to order, but I did order just a mini because I have so many other primers. So I was like, I really don't need a lot. So this does have vitamin B, C, and E in it. I feel like it's very moisturizing. It feels really, really nice on the skin. You can use 1 to 2 pumps. I usually use 2. but I also do have a little bit of a larger head than some people. If I had a tiny head, I would probably not use 2 pumps, but yeah. Basically, I'm just saying I have a really big head, you know. But I really just love how this feels. I love the scent of it. It's like a very light citrus, like more orange leaning. I'm going to go ahead and just quickly color correct my face with my NARS because I do have, you know, well, my dark circles underneath aren't bad. I just have like this vein on this side that bothers me, and then I just like to go around my mouth area and wherever it's kind of dark. So I'm just going to speed through that little bit, and then we'll jump into the actual tinted moisturizer. All right, so we're all color corrected. Now we're going to finally talk about the TOWER28. This has an SPF of 30. You get 30 milliliters in here, or 1 fluid ounce. The active ingredient in this is zinc oxide for the sunscreen, of course. You know, you'll get the whole, like, here, I'll close up on it for you, but it's basically, you know, all the details you would see on the sunscreen packaging as well, on how to use it and everything. You know, they tell you to reapply every 2 hours, blah, blah, blah. They also let us know that Sunny Days is alcohol-free, fragrance-free, non-irritating. It's made with a powerhouse skincare ingredients that help soothe skin stressed from UV, blue light, environmental damage. Isn't blue light like a whole sham thing? I don't know. It has white sage, which is protective and visibly reduce the appearance of redness, prickly pear for antioxidant and reparative, and aloe and centella for antioxidant and soothing. And then they give you a little QR code where you can scan for a little bit more info. They have some claims that it's safe for sensitive skin, that it won't cause breakouts, that it's non-greasy, it's a natural finish. And they also let us know that it's non-nano, reef safe mineral sunscreen. It's lightweight, non-greasy. I already said that. Mineral protection you'll actually want to wear. So, you know, it has no white cast because of the tint that's in it. It's a broad spectrum UVA, UVB, SPF 30. That's a whole mouthful every single time. With added complexion perfecting coverage and natural second skin finish. Perfect for every day. And it says to apply liberally with your fingers 15 minutes before sun exposure. Use over or instead of moisturizer and reapply every 2 hours. So we're going to dive in. I like the packaging on this. So this is what the actual packaging looks like. When I say I like the packaging, I like the applicator. It's one of these, like, I think the Fenty, what are they called? The Bright Fix concealer has this type of little tip. I know a lot of you are probably down in the gutter right now, but you know what? Get out of there. Get out of there. Let's try this. I am excited to see what this is going to look like on my face. I'm going to do what they say. I'm going to put it on with my fingers because I know this is supposed to give a little bit of coverage. I am going to shake it first, though, because I know it's sunscreen and it's mineral, and mineral ones tend to separate. So do make sure you shake. I just hold it from the lid, and I can really hear it in there, too. So just shake, shake, shake. Shake your booty. Shake your booty. Come on. Come on. Okay. It's a little bit thicker when you shake it all up. I'm going to start with my forehead. I'm just going to, when I tested this on the side of my face yesterday, it did look like the perfect match just because it is on the sheer side. Oh, and I should tell you, the time right now is 1:45 in the afternoon. So we'll keep that in mind for our wear test purposes. I don't like how it's getting in my hair. I think that's kind of what I don't like about using my fingers sometimes, but hey, you know what? Look, the coverage is not bad. I like the finish of it. It does kind of set down a little bit, but it has that kind of, you know, like when a sunscreen kind of makes you look, I mean, it's not greasy. I won't say it's greasy, but it's like, it's got a little bit of dew to it. So I'm going to get some more. We're going to put some, I'm putting like quite, I'm like taking a whole squeeze, and then that whole squeeze is going in whatever part of my face. So I'm going to take a squeeze and I'll put that on and then get more. Okay. We're just going to rub this in. You might hear my dog heavy breathing there in the background. You find a spot, Apollo? I'm just gonna get a little bit more. I'm not gonna use from the other parts of my face because I will need more sunscreen. You'll hear a squeaker in the background now too because he's got his monkey. The nose is what I'm most skeptical about, actually. So I feel like these kind of products tend to not really do a whole lot of goodness for your nose. What are you doing? Did you eat something? Is it stuck in your teeth? Okay. I feel like now it's looking very dewy. I just want to clean my hands off. I have like look, there's like foundation stains on my towel. So I don't know, I feel like I went in with quite a bit of product. I'm just gonna give it a few minutes to kind of like set on my face before I do anything else. All right, so I am going to head off camera for a bit. I'm gonna let it set. I'm gonna do the rest of my face and then I'll come back on and I guess I'll check in and see how makeup sits on top of this before I go ahead and, you know, obviously let you know how it wears and all that kind of stuff. So it's 1:52, so that took me about 7 minutes to apply roughly. It was actually 5. I've been sitting around for 2, so I'm gonna go ahead and do all of that and I'll be right back. So I have gone ahead and finished the rest of my makeup. My lips, I just had a little bit of balm on, so I haven't put anything on yet because I need to change my clothes and throw on a hoodie before I head out. So I decided I'm not going to put lips on until afterwards. On my eyes, I'm just wearing the Natasha Denona Glam Palette. I will list out all of the products that I've used on my face in the description bar below in case you are interested, but I'm really liking the finish of everything so far. I feel like it's sitting pretty well. I feel like the only thing that's happening is my concealer is caking underneath, and I did go ahead and powder today. I don't know that I like that. So I'm just gonna, my under eyes are getting so wrinkly, you guys. I tried smoking out as much eyeshadow as I could, so you couldn't tell. All right, so I'm just gonna come up close to the camera, and I just want to show you like around my mouth and my chin what it's looking like, because I feel like those are the areas that I usually get a lot of dryness. And then the rest of my face, I feel like it's not cakey or anything, so we'll see. I will also, when I'm outside, I will record some footage with this on, well, it's going to be on my face already, but I meant I'll record it on my phone and I'll insert some footage of my face in natural lighting as well, just so that you can see, and that way I don't have like studio lights the whole time. So yeah. Okay, so this is what it's looking like from far away. I'm really liking the finish of it so far. I don't know how this is going to wear over the day. I'm really excited to see. So right now, I obviously took a very long time finishing my makeup. I'm very slow. It is 2:49. I was watching Betsy's video on the new Natasha Denona Glam Face Palette, even though I have that one. But you know what? You got to support your friends. Oh yeah, I also got a spam call within that time frame. It was like, I don't know if you guys get these out in the US. I know like anyone that's in Canada can probably relate, but it was a Canadian Border Services officer, and I answered it because I was like, you know what, let's just see. It was a really weird number. It was like V01 and like 100 other numbers. And I've been getting these calls this week a lot. And usually when they would call, it was from other numbers, like numbers that started with the first few digits of your phone number. Anyways, it wasn't that. It was like some really weird number. It was probably like the 6th or 7th call I've gotten this week. So I was like, you know what? I'm sitting here, I'm doing my mascara, my eyeliner. I might as well just answer it. So I answer. And
hello? Hello. This call is from Canada Border Services Agency. The reason behind this call is that Canada Border Services Agency has seized a parcel under your name which was shipped through Canada Post using your identity. The parcel contains... I got a call from a weird number. I guess you found my cocaine. Mm-hmm. So, begin with. Sorry? Who am I speaking with? Well, shouldn't you know that if you gave me a call? Yeah, you didn't call me. I called you. That's what I'm asking. Who am I speaking with? Then you should know who you called. You dialed my number. That's what I'm asking. Mm-hmm. You dialed my number. You should know who I am. Yes, that's what I'm saying. You didn't call me. I called you, right? Yeah. Is that correct? Yeah, you called me, so you should know who I am, right? Who am I? Yeah, who are you? Don't ever call me ever again. Suck my dick. Suck my dick.
Get
the out of here. Lick my ass and I will never call you. Yeah, you wish. In your dreams.
because most of us put on our makeup when they're closed. And yeah, so that's what took me a little bit longer. Anyways, it is 2:52, about an hour after I had started applying the foundation. So I did just show you guys a close-up of what this is looking like about an hour in. I'm going to go ahead and get ready to head out to the football game, and I will go ahead and show you guys some footage from outside so you can see it in natural lighting, and also, you know, we'll check in about... I'm going to try to give it about 8 to 9 hours at least. If I can do longer than that, I will. But I will see you guys later, and yeah, enjoy your day. All right, so I'm going to start close up. It is almost 9:15, and I put this on, I want to say I was done putting it on around 1:45 in the afternoon. So I've had about 7.5 hours. I was going to try to wait another hour and a half, but you know what, you guys, I just need to go wash my face. I'm at the point where my mascara is bugging me and my eyes feel itchy, and like all my eyeshadow is gone because I forgot to prime my eyelids before doing that. I don't know why or how that happened, but it happened. But I did want to talk about the skin. Now you can see, like, I feel like I'm still glowing pretty much the same as I was earlier today when I applied the sunscreen, or the Tinted Sunscreen moisturizer, whatever this is called. I mean, they call it a tinted sunscreen. It just feels weird to call it that because it's not a sunscreen. Anyways, I think it looks really beautiful. I did use TOWER28 blush and bronzer. The highlighter is Lisa Eldridge. Again, I'll have everything linked in the description bar below. I think that my skin looks good in areas like around here where, you know, you get your marionette lines. It has definitely started to kind of crease, but not as bad as I figured it would. I'm just checking in the mirror. And also around the crevices of my nose, I don't feel like it's like totally gone. Now, this is the closest I can zoom in, but I am going to get up and come like closer to the camera and actually show you guys like I did earlier. Not the most comfortable feeling, but we'll do it. All right, so I don't know if you can really tell, but there is some kind of balling up situation. All right, so honestly, it's not terrible. I do have some dry patch clinging here. On my actual cheeks, like, I feel like it's perfectly fine. On my forehead, still looking good. My concealer is not looking pretty. My shadow is not looking pretty. But as you can tell, like, I feel like this has worn pretty well. I didn't wear a mask today because we were outdoors, so I can't really report on transfer. But I know I was scratching my face and itching a lot, you know, and I don't know. I don't feel like anything rubbed off. I feel like my highlighter, blush, and bronzer stayed on top of it just fine. I don't know. Let's zoom back out and chat. So this product retails for about $30 US. I don't know what that is in Canadian. I'm just trying to figure that out. I feel like it was 37. Yeah, it was $37.77 Canadian, but $30 US. It only comes in the one size. I forget how many shades they have, but there's at least like 10 or 15. I really do think that the shade range can cover probably a lot of shades. I don't know about the deeper ones. I mean, judging by what they show on the website, the deepest one does look very deep. But I would say This shade was perfect for me. I thought it was going to be a smidge light, but the one up from this was going to be a little too dark. So it did work out it did work out perfectly for me. I was able to bronze and blush up enough for it to not look weird. Wear time is great. Coverage is great, but then again, I don't need a lot of coverage. I'm a very light, sheer coverage type of girl, and the max I'll ever go is about a medium, if that. Once in a blue moon, I'll wear a full coverage foundation, but it doesn't happen quite often. So I feel like for a day-to-day product, this is really, really good. I wouldn't say I don't know if it has as much coverage as like the Fenty Ease Drops. I really do like those, but I like the finish of this one better. I feel like it just gives me enough glow, whereas like I feel like the Ease Drops from Fenty tend to be on the more matte side. So I don't know, maybe I'd have to play with them a little bit longer. I like the Fenty, don't get me wrong, but I think if I had to pick a finish between this one and that one, I would probably go with this. But I do definitely need to test it out a lot more. But I think honestly it wore great. Like I feel like my skin looks great. Everything looks really, really good. I am a little bit drier because we were out in the cold watching a football game, and so I did get like that dry patchiness right here, a little bit right here, but I mean, it's nothing unexpected. Like I was expecting that to happen. So, you know, just need extra hydration on those areas. Now, this area of my chin usually tends to, just taking a look, usually tends to get really, really, really dry. And then like, cause it like, I don't know, is my chin just like, it gets this little crease, and I feel like I almost lose foundation in that spot sometimes. I don't know if any of you, maybe that's a really weird thing to say. I never see anyone talking about their chins, but I'm gonna talk about mine. I do get that little creasing issue just right between like, I guess where my lip and chin like have that indent. Also my little 11-11 lines, because you know, during football you're making all these faces. I don't feel like anything's settling into any fine lines. Now, if anything is, it's my concealer. I use the Glossier, but I think the reason it is because I set it with powder, and I had used, I don't know where it went. It was the Hourglass loose powder. I have like a sample size of it that I'm trying to use up and get out of my collection. But like, I don't know if you can see that. I don't know if you saw it during the close-up, but holy, that's probably the worst. I mean, my eyeshadow isn't horrible for not wearing primer. It's still kind of there, but the shimmers are definitely gone. So, I mean, the sunscreen thing, tinted moisturizer sunscreen, SPF, whatever it's called, did good. Would I recommend it? Definitely if you can pick it up on a sale, if it is a product you need. But please do not use this as your sole SPF, because I mean, I don't know how much is in here for it to really, interesting. This is made in Canada and it's not available at Sephora Canada, but all right. And I don't think I mentioned earlier, but it does have a 12-month shelf life. Also, I should note, they have this little certification on here. I don't know if you've ever noticed that before, but it says accepted, and it's a little like E logo. It looks like Internet Explorer almost, but it's not. And it's the National Eczema Association. So if you have eczema on your face, apparently this product has been accepted by the National Eczema Association. So, you know, I don't know if that would make you want to try it. It doesn't necessarily, you know, smell like anything. They do also put the expiry date on the top of the, you know, where they kind of press the tube in here. And so for mine, it says 08/2023. So it's good till August 2023. Obviously, I hope to use this up way before that, but they are kind of marketing it as a sunscreen. So I guess that's why it has the expiry date, because most sunscreens usually tend to. Anyways, that's all for this video. If you guys want to see more in-depth you know, wear time test, let me know. I probably won't do another video specifically just on this product, but I could probably do it over on my Instagram and save it to my Instagram highlights. So if that's something you want to see, let me know. I can definitely do that for you all. But that's pretty much all I'm going to do for this video. So we got almost 8 hours of wear time, which I think is great. I think that even if I did an hour or two more, it would have been exactly the same. I really don't see that it would have worn down. I didn't do any touch-ups, no nothing. So this is just what it was when I applied it, and that's just how it sat all day. So I didn't set it with anything. I didn't put setting spray, I didn't put powder, at least not on the sunscreen. I did set under my eyes, but that was just over my concealer. So I don't know. I think it did pretty good. Have you tried it? Let me know in the comments down below. If you enjoyed this review, then go ahead and hit that thumbs up button. And don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. We're so close to 900, and that means we're so close to 1,000, and I'm so excited and so, so grateful and so, so thankful. And I really want to do it before the end of the year because that would be awesome. So I hope that you guys are all doing well. Please stay safe, be healthy, and be kind, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.